Hello dear friends, let's talk about problems of Mercedes G-Class. The G is a very robust and, with some exceptions and reliable engines, a vehicle that has served faithfully for decades. Of course, with regular and quality service. In older models, corrosion of the body and chassis is common. Newer models are better protected against corrosion. Sensitive areas are the lower edge of the windshield, fender, lower doors, seals and chassis parts. Corrosion is also affected by improperly repaired body parts, so be sure to check your current condition. Older models also have to check the windshield. Occasionally water may enter the windshield cedar. Frequent rough terrain rides damage the body and powertrain. Buying a halfway house requires a proper visual check. It is necessary to focus on the various damage and oil leaks, most commonly from the rear axle, of fat from the anterior homokinetic joints. Higher noise levels are also due to excessively worn mechanical transmissions. Older automatic transmissions are not uncommon for oil leaks. The newer 7G Tronic automatic transmissions have a problem with the control unit. It is advisable to change gearbox oil every 60,000 kilometers, which is useful for the life of complicated mechatronics as well as the converter itself. Gasoline engines are characterized by good reliability. Only the G320 and G500, M272 and 273 are problematic. In the case of the 350 TD, the cylinder head sometimes breaks, rarely the engine block. This applies in particular to engine overload or full throttle, cold engine, or cooling failure, fluid leak or inactive fan coupling. With more used pieces, it is possible to encounter excessive mechanical wear of the engine, which is reflected in increased oil consumption and difficult cold start. The injection pump breakdowns occur with the 300 TD, which is not a cheap thing because the solution is a costly repair in a specialist service. 320 CDI and 350 CDI, sometimes the engine heater relay does not start and the vehicle will not start. And with higher mileage, the risk of servomotor failure increases in the intake channel control mechanism. Excessively spent or damaged turbochargers are mainly due to small waste from the exhaust. Excessively worn turbocharger reveals higher engine oil consumption. Oil enters the intake, greater fatigue, turbine whistling, and weaker engine power. 6-cylinder CDI diesels that comply with the Euro 4 exhaust emission standard more frequent, shorter rides damage the DPF filter, if it is equipped with an engine. In addition to increasing the average consumption by 1-2 liters compared to the version without DPF, it is even more sensitive to driving. In the case of Euro 5 engines that contain DPF as standard, the difficulty with the clogged filter is significantly less, and also the average consumption is slightly lower. The most problematic is the 400 CDI 8-cylinder. The list of problems affecting this engine is large. Most commonly there are problems with the propulsion mechanism, injectors, excessive turbocharger wear and engine wear. For diesel engines, especially with common rail injectors, the problem of injector wear is manifested by gross uneven engine operation, heavier cold start, or lower engine power and higher power consumption. Engine oil is changed every 10,000 kilometers in older diesel engines. For petrol and diesel CDI engines, the interval is every 15,000 kilometers or 1 year. However, even with CDI engines, it is recommended to reduce the interval by 10,000 kilometers in case of more demanding operation conditions. Every 60,000 kilometers, the oil in the automatic transmissions changes. All engines have a maintenance-free drive chain that requires replacement only if necessary excessive wear, checking every 60,000 kilometers. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and if you're the owner of this car, then share your experience. It will help others to choose a car. Goodbye.